Now we bring in the Hall of Famer, Isiah Thomas, our colleague here at Turner Sports. Isiah, this has got to be an interesting week for you, having relationships with both Isiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving. What was your initial reaction when the top two teams in the Eastern Conference got together and swapped all-star point guards?
Well, like everyone, I was shocked because both players fit so well with the teams that they were currently on. However, when you look at the trade, you look at it and you say both players will fit well with the teams that they're currently going to. I know Kyrie wanted a situation where the point guard really dominates the basketball and can dominate it for a long time. Brad Stevens, the way that Boston plays, the point guard has control of the basketball for a majority of the time. So Boston's system really fits Kyrie perfectly. And also on the other side, with Isiah going to Cleveland, he's playing for Ty Lue with LeBron James, and let's not forget, a Derrick Rose, a Channing Frye, Kevin Love, so forth and so on. And Isiah has the ability to play on and off the ball. Both these guys are great finishers at the rim. You probably have the two best point guard finishers at the rim changing places. So I think basketball-wise, it's a perfect fit for both these players. I think for Isiah, I think it's going to be an emotional get-over that he's going to have to, quickly come to terms with, because the thing that's made him so successful his entire life is that he's been a player and a person who's been all in to overcome the odds and the obstacles. And when we watched him play with the Boston Celtics last year, there was no doubt that we were watching a player and a person who was all in and gave his all to the Celtics. Emotionally, will he be able to regroup after such a devastating trade and give his emotion to the Cavaliers?
Isiah, as good as Kyrie Irving was over the last several years with LeBron James, it was always on LeBron. He got the credit. LeBron got the blame. Now that Kyrie got what he wanted and he's in Boston, the spotlight's going to be bright, the scrutiny is going to be intense. How does he transition from putting up numbers but also doing what you talk so frequently about, being the true leader on the court as the point guard?
Well, over the years, he's grown. And one of the things that, he said in one of his interviews earlier when he requested the trade is that he learned a lot from LeBron. He learned a lot about leadership. He learned a lot about bringing a team together. And, he's a very intelligent person. He knows exactly what he wants and how to get it done. And I think he'll go into Boston and he'll have success from a leadership standpoint, because they're going to need leadership, because when I look at the Celtics now, they have lost their three leaders. And when I talk about their three leaders, I'm talking about Bradley, Crowder, and Thomas. Not only have they lost their three leaders, but they've probably lost their two best perimeter defenders in their best offensive players. So you're talking about a total remake for the Celtics from a character standpoint and also a culture standpoint.
And that leads me right into my next question, Isiah. How long do you see the chemistry for both teams when you bring in guys like that on the court and their dynamic with their chemistry? How do you get that on the same page, because both teams want to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, 3D, you're hitting on the right word, and Coach Fratello is sitting next to you. You can have all the talent you want, but chemistry is a thing that makes it all work. Can you blend the personalities? Do the personalities match? And what we saw with the Celtics last year and the year before, they may have not had the best talent in the league, but clearly their chemistry was at the top of the league. Can they find the right personalities to have out on the floor And what LeBron James, if I was to transfer over to Cleveland, what we give LeBron James a great deal of credit for is knowing how to blend personalities, knowing how to give of himself to the team, emotionally develop friendships, bonds, so forth and so on, to really bring a team together. So the chemistry makeup is going to be a question mark for Boston. I think if LeBron James is still up to being the leader and investing himself emotionally, building a team around dinners, bowling, flights to games, so forth and so on, if he's still invested emotionally, then this Cavalier team can turn out to be something pretty special again.
Isiah, at the end of the season, what makes this deal a success for both teams, from the Boston standpoint, from the Cavs standpoint?
Well, the only reason why you make these type of trades is to get to the finals and have a chance to compete for a championship. For Cleveland, if you can get back to the finals, it was a successful trade. For Boston, if you can beat Cleveland and get to the finals, then it was a successful trade. So I look at it, if neither one of these teams make it to the finals, then, the team that doesn't make it, you can't turn around and say that the trade worked for you.